What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here, and I'm here with my boy who got 15th place playing a spicy deck. What'd you play, my friend?
Well, I saw every single meta deck, and I just kind of threw it all into one deck.
So you're telling me you playing a pile?
Yeah, 45 card pile. Yeah,
okay.
I took it.
Okay. So the best cards, best decks, all in one.
Yeah, I went X1 2. My 2 ties were just
out of your hand
with grind games against tier.
Yeah, unlucky. All right, man. Let's go ahead and see the goo. Let's see it.
So of course we start with Spright. So 2 blue, 1 jet, 1 red. That's all you need to really grind out a game. Because of all the Ishizu cards, you can shuffle everything back, so you can just always make these live, and you can always search and like chain off one of the Ishizu cards to like put something back after you're doing stuff. So you can always get recursion in that sense. And of course we run the Nimble package because the Nimble package is broken.
It is
because
crazy.
If you're playing Ishizu cards as well, which I am, if you hit an Angler, it's just plus 2 bodies on the board, which is just double toad. Which, speaking of, Swap Frog. Shout out to Swap Frog, adding Bystials back to my hand after I summon them. So that way I constantly had a hand trap against tier. That was stupid.
It's a nice combo.
And then I also run 1 Plague Spreader. I love this card. I think it's one of the best cards to put into Spright because it's like a free extender at the next turn. But also, since all Ishizu cards are like milling, if this gets milled, you're like super happy with that. And so you have the ability to like extend off of just this being milled. And then I said, I don't like tier.
God. All the
so I threw in 7 Bystials. This was perfect today. I had no issues with it. The only thing I'd probably do is like cut 1 Magnamut for 1 Serenir. It came up where like Hobness, like people like taking, like being able to activate Hobness after Magnamut, and that kind of sucked, but still won that game. 2 Diviners. Now Diviner's really good because if you don't use its effect, it's still level 2 for all your Spright plays. And if you do use the effect and turn to a level 6, you can then summon out one of the Bystials and then go into Beatrice. Which will get you into Nimble package, and then the Nimble package will get you into Merly, which is all the tier cards. So there's that. The best thing to mill against tier Ishizu is Ishizu cards. So I was running all the Ishizu cards. I ran one of the things that mill because you don't want to mill those. You'd rather mill these things, and I wanted to keep the mills as consistent as possible. And then for the tier cards, I was running 3 Sheeran and 1 Merly. Sheeran's just a free extension piece. You can send off the Angler in your hand to do it, but you can also send off like a bunch of like lights and darks so you have targets for your Bystials. And the amount of times I did Sheeran and I milled Plague Spreader for like full combo was insane.
Jesus Christ.
And that's all the monsters. Then for spells, I was running triple starter, 1 Smashers. I was thinking about running another Smashers for like Mystic Mind decks.
Weird.
But it never came up, and I love the Smashers. Plus, you can keep shuffling it back, so it's always live. I ran triple attack and talents. This card came in so clutch today. Every single time my opponent would start doing like Ishizu stuff on my turn, I'd be like cool, and like end on something, and I'd be like, okay, triple attack, take it, and then link it off. And so it was clean, and I ripped 4 cards out of people's hands today with this card. It was insane.
3 banned cards in 1.
Double Power Prosperity. You have some extra deck flexibility, and you want to make sure you hit all the cards in all the different engines, so being able to see this is really good. And the 1 Instant Fusion. This card by itself is full like tier combo, so why not play it? Do you want to like go plus like 8 off of 1 Instant Fusion? Like, yeah. I don't know. That card should be banned. And the 1 Sully, it came up it did not come up a bunch today, but when it did, it was like super irrelevant. And then I main deck 3 evenly.
Nice. Did you grind second?
No.
You still went first? You just wanted to have answers.
And then every time, I lost every single die roll today.
Jesus.
So, except for 1, and I didn't draw it during that one, but I drew this game 1 4 times today out of the 8 rounds. And so then I'd go into battle phase and be like evenly, and they'd be like, why are you running this card? I'm like, I don't know. But it's
sorry, but thanks for winning the die roll.
So that's 45 in the main.
For sure.
Extra. Shout out to the homies.
Oh, yes.
The crew. 2 Spright Elf. I'd love to run 3, but there's just not enough space with all the different engines you're running. And then the 1 Sprint. You only need 1 Sprint ever. 1 IP, 1 Dark. Dark's absurd in this meta. This baited out so many things, and it forced people to actually activate like a bunch of cards and like deal with problems by itself. And then the 1 Avermax. I still find that a lot of decks, especially rogue matchups and just some tier matchups when they're not running Abramax, they're not running Borland or Borreload, they can't deal with this. And this card is just absurd. And so if you can just make this and they can't out it, you just win on the spot. For the Exceeds, I'm running 1 Toad, 1 Gigantic. I wish I ran 2, but again, not a lot of space. But again, shuffling everything back in with the Ishizu cards is just like so stupidly good.
Yeah,
so you can just keep
like
recurring.
It's too crazy.
Like, yeah, in my last round today, I activated an Ishizu card to shuffle back Gigantic, Nimble Angler back to deck, and then also Sprint back to deck.
Jeez.
So that way I can do full combo again. And then, of course, why wouldn't we be running a Bystial? You can make Bystial with like the tier cards and the Ishizu cards, so if you draw it, you can do it. And when I did make this, it just auto-won me the game. My opponent just scooped as soon as I saw it. 1 Wallow. I never made this card, but theoretically it's good. But I'd probably cut this for like the second Gigantic. 1 Beatrice. This card's fucking stupid.
Any foolish cards are broken.
I made this card mainly with Diviner today. Diviner plus any Bystial. Like, Diviner send off a Ishizu, mill 5, and then be able to Bystial one of the cards to bring it out, and then make this. And this can get you into either your Nimble package, or you can send off, like, Sheeran to, like, Fusion. The other thing is, like, you can Fusion with Swap Frog to go into Kit. And then Kit can send off to make a Rukalos. So, like, my end boards were, like, Spright Elf, Rukalos, plus Toad.
Yeah.
And passing on that.
That's broken.
Speaking of Rukalos and Kit Kalos, they were broken. I don't know what to say. Just free cards are free cards. 1 Mud Dragon. You'd use this to like help get into Dweller. It didn't really come up a whole bunch, but it helped. And then 1 Baron.
Card's cracked.
People don't really expect when you go normal summon Diviner, and then send off an Ishizu, mill Angler, summon 2 Beavers, and you go, cool, make Baron.
Make Baron,
And then you sit on a Baron as you like do the rest of your combo.
Kind of sick.
And then for the side deck, triple shifter, because I hate tier. Whenever I would side in shifter, I would side out the tier cards because you don't want them to conflict. And then my favorite hand trap. It came up once today, and it was good. It was good. And then 1 Red Resonator, my favorite extender.
Best extender.
Best extender in the game. One thing I will say is people are running Scattershot a lot. I don't really like Scattershot because of the fact that if someone spooky dogwood you with Scattershot,
it's not enough.
It's not enough. And so like getting Red Resonator out is like more than enough because they'll gain 600 and you'll gain 800.
Yeah.
And so that's enough for you to win the game. Unfortunately, that's how we have to play. 2 Droll. I never drew this, but theoretically it's good. And then triple Lightning Storm for going second. My going second was like triple Lightning Storm plus triple evenly, so I was seeing one of those and just like completely ruining my opponent's day. And then triple Anti-Spell. This card won me like so many games going first, just like setting up my whole board and then anti-spelling at the end.
Yeah, that's an FTK versus me.
And then when it goes back to your turn, your opponent's like, well, you can't do any spells. And I'm like, okay, Baron, pop it. And then you're like, cool, now I can do spells.
For sure. All right, man. Shout outs you got? What you got?
Yeah, I have to shout out my friend Andrew Cole. He let me borrow all the tier cards, which wasn't a lot, but like I didn't have them, so it was really nice. And then I also shout out Andrew Allen, so 2 Andrews. But Andrew Allen's my car mate. He like literally helped me out with this deck yesterday when we were in the hotel and helped me put it together. So shout out to both of them.
For sure, man. Well, congratulations on getting that invite here at YCS Wichita. You already know. And thanks for the deck profile, bro.
Yep.